Live, live, live. Early in the morning. Live. Well, I mean, early for me. Not necessarily early for other people. Hoburger, what up, man? The first and only. Guten Morgen, right back at you. Night crew, what it do? I guess it's morning crew, dude. At least it's morning where I'm at, so, you know, that's all that matters. Fuck am I doing up? I kind of crashed out early last night for myself, especially. Like, right around like 1 in the morning, which is like noon for me usually. I started feeling really tired. I went upstairs, laid down next to Ashley, and pissed the night away. You know what I mean? So, I mean, yeah, I know, early, subjective, but for me, it's pretty fucking early. Do I drink coffee? Not really. I'll have a coffee every once in a while, but I'm not a habitual drinker. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I promised bubbles, and there's no goddamn bubbles for anybody yet? What the fuck? 24-hour Highdeology stream? Maybe, maybe. When I get moved and stuff, maybe we'll do some craziness. Maybe we'll have a crazy 24-hour stream or some shit. I have to be on one of my days off, and it'll have to be after the move. But yeah, that might be fun. Slorp. What? Why does that word make me feel so gross? I don't know. There was a guy who controlled the sea. Really? Neat. My morning weary will be cleansed by the bubbles. Yeah, dude. All that depression that you harbor for having to face the fucking horrible day ahead floats away with the bubbles. Floats away like the fizzy bubbles. You look like a mafioso. I mean, I just got out of the shower, man. I'm just letting my hair chill. I look like a mafioso. That's cool. That's my mafioso face, by the way. I think about this girl I used to know. Sometimes I wake up and she's the first thing that comes to mind. Okay. I mean, what are you carrying the torch for this old biddy? There's no gel in this. It's just wet out of the shower. Like when it dries, it's gonna go. The only reason it's laying down is because it's wet. Kind of sad that I missed DFF Live. That's why you can't, you know what I mean? That's why you can't fuck off and not catch one, you know? But last night's show, a lot of positivity in the comments about it and stuff. A lot of positive feedback on social media about it. People seem to really enjoy it. It does kind of exclude people that didn't get to watch live, but I mean, there's nothing we can do about that. What are we supposed to do? Make a less engaging show so it's equally as, you know what I mean? Last night was a lot of fun. The pacing felt right for the first time for me. And pacing is one of the hardest things to get down. It's, you know, like in terms of a performance, it's like you have to, it's just a, you know, you have to be familiar with it. And even though last night's show was one of our longest, if not maybe our longest, it didn't feel that way because the pacing was right. So really liked that format, and I'm glad to see that other people enjoyed it as well. What'd you have for breakfast, dude? Nothing. I enjoyed it even though I didn't like DFF at first. Y'all are warming me up to it. Cool. How do I go about talking to someone I have not seen since junior high? He used to call me his little brother, and he was like a first crush. I mean, is if I don't know, dude. How do you contact somebody? Are you asking me how to get somebody's docs? Like, I don't know. Like, pick up the phone, find out a number or an address, and call. What do you have to lose? I like the idea of DFF taking on movies or games. You guys seem to love doing that. Sure, yeah. Who was Freddy Krueger? Why was Freddy Krueger cut so quickly? I think we all realized that all the slashers couldn't hang on, and Jason, I think, is the way more iconic monster. I mean, Freddy is definitely iconic in his own right, but you know, I guess, you know, if there were two slashers left at the top, it wouldn't be horrible, but I think we all kind of realized that there just wasn't room on the list for two. And getting rid of Freddy earlier in the rounds wasn't really a slight to him. I think it just made everything way easier. You wanted Michael to beat Jason and Freddy? Well, you're one of those. You know, I gotta understand how that means. How that feels. I'm a Raiders fan, so you're a Michael Myers fan. I'm a Raiders fan. We share the same shit. My favorite DFFs tend to be about ripping on somebody. Well, I mean, there'll be a lot of those. You know, like I said, there's a ton of stuff on the chopping block for DFF. Patriots, yeah, you fair weather fan, motherfucker. Wait till the Patriots start genuinely sucking, and watch all these lifelong Patriot fans migrate to their next team. Everybody that I know personally that's a Patriots fan used to be the fan of something else before they went to the Patriots, and then when the Patriots magically became a dominant franchise, all of a sudden, oh, look at my New England hat. It's like, fuck you. You should feel ashamed wearing that in public, you fair weather fan piece of shit. Sports are shit. Fuck you, Kawaii Cost. Dude, you're lucky you're not just perma banned, dude. Perma fucking banned. The only reason you're not perma banned, actually, I can't think of a reason. So that should make you even more scared, dude. That should make you even more scared, Kawaii Cost, that you're not perma banned. Perma. Perma. I'm a patron, don't ban me. Oh, come on, dude. Don't hide behind the patron flag. You know patronage doesn't get you an exemption from the fucking shit hammer. I made a meme you still laugh at. Which meme did you make? Which meme are you taking credit for? Kawaii Cost is a staple of this channel. Yeah, tell me about it. Like a staple in my nutsack that needs to be extracted by a doctor. Kawaii Cost did nothing wrong. Oh, God. Now he's got his fucking... Now Kawaii Cost has his fucking alts logged in so he can praise himself. Look how quickly that, like, Yeah, dude, that was totally organic. Yeah. Suddenly, a dude I've never heard of makes a wildly pro Kawaii Cost post, and then Kawaii Cost one post later alludes to it. Okay, yeah. I know what's going on, Kawaii Cost. You got to get up pretty early in the morning to put one over on Paul's ego. Review Faster Pussycat Kill Kill. It's free on YouTube. All right, well, I'll take a look at it. And it's still early. I pray 5 times a day to Kawaii Cost. Oh my God, see? Look at that. Another fucking mysterious. Oh my God. Oh, dude, look at this bullshit. Look at the. Now there's somebody named Kawaii Cost fan in here. Oh my God, dude. You're bringing out the whole array of fucking sock accounts, dude. The whole fucking array. Oh my God, dude. That's like pathetic. What a cry for help, dude. What a cry for help. That you made a fucking fan account for yourself and logged in as it and defended yourself, dude. Oh my God. Kawaii Cost, why? Dude, why, dude? Why did you do it, man? You're not using socks. Okay. Are you gonna review Black Panther? I don't know, dude. I haven't decided. Should I? Be honest with me. Does anybody give a fuck? Outside of, because I'm not gonna do a review where all I do is talk about like, like the how it's SJW the movie and shit. I'm just gonna talk about why it sucks, and I don't really care, guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care about these fucking superhero movies anymore, and especially not the Black Panther. It just looks garbagey. The edge this morning is sharp as fuck. I guess so. What am I supposed to do about that? Black Panther will probably be okay as a movie. That's usually where the middle of the pack, lower end of the Marvel movies fall. They're okay, whatever. And I just can't get jazzed to go see that. I don't care about the character. The story looks absurd. It's another fucking superhero movie. Why am I up this late? Dude, I went to bed last night, man. I went to bed at like on almost normal time at night. What's the harshest insult you can think about without swearing? Your mother services men on the roadside. Um, you stink like a cheap wino's underpants. I don't know, dude. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries. Yes. Were you ever a fan of Metallica? I'm a fan of the first 5 albums. I had friends that were really into Metallica. I never really got into them as much. Like I said, I like some songs, but it's mostly just kind of the mainstream, well-known shit. I'm not a I'm not a huge fan, and I can't listen to endless back-to-back Metallica. It drives me nuts. Like I can listen to a Metallica song or two every once in a while, and I'm good with it, and I like it, and it's all right. But Metallica followed by Metallica followed by Metallica, and I'm out. They got a two. I got a 2 song Metallica buffer, and after that, I'm out. Do you like the Descendants? I like them. Like is a good word. Definitely no love. Put on some Motorhead. They're more unique sounding than Metallica. Every Motorhead song sounds exactly like the previous Motorhead song. Every fucking Motorhead song. I mean, and whatever. Motorhead is all right, but come on. Paul, I'm so happy your last name is Parkey. Just saying Paul Parkey to myself brings a smile to my face. You and your name are both awesome. Whoa. Okay. That's cool. I'm glad you like Parky. I got made fun of it too much to really like it. Parky is a pretty faggy name. Yeah, I've always kind of wondered like what the origins of it are. I think I looked it up online, and it's a Park, I guess, or Parker. It's a variation of Parker. Probably a variation of Parker that changed due to a linguistic like slur. Like, there was some area where there were a lot of Parkers and there was a heavy accent that didn't stress the R, and it became Park or Parky. What the fuck kind of name is Everett? I don't know. My great grandfather's name was Everett. Actually, is my great great grandfather's name. So it was my grandfather's grandfather, and Everett Parkey was, according to family tradition, he was a ne'er do well, kind of a stick up man, stagecoach robber type of individual. And my dad liked the name. You broke the rules. You broke the rules. You're going to timeout. I hope you interpret that timeout properly. Paul Parker is much better than Parky. Yeah, I tend to agree, but it's not my name, so I didn't choose Parky over Parker, so I'm not going to defend it. Are there rules? That dude broke a cardinal rule. Paul, TJ told us you died last night. How are you alive? Uh, right after he finished his show, he came and did CPR on me and saved my life. There is so irony in the initials PEP. Yeah, I know. My initials are PEP, and that's pretty much the opposite of what I have and am. What are the rules? If you break one, you'll get a timeout, and you'll know. Change your name legally to Parker. I don't like Parker enough. Like if I'm gonna go through the trouble of changing my name legally, I'm not gonna choose a name that's one letter off of my current name. That's just bullshit. Why won't I tell you? Yeah, rule number one is don't. If you have to ask about the rules, you're breaking a rule. The rule that was broken should be an obvious one. And if he comes back and asks the question again, I'll just shake hand him. And that'll be that. The end of Subnautica is epic. I'm nowhere even near the end, but I will say that there's some really impressive shit in the game. Like just the scale of it. The horizon, marred only by the big Hulk, burning Hulk of that giant colony ship. And I don't want to spoil things for people, but there's a scene pretty early in where Rescue shows up. That is one of the coolest, most shocking moments, and you kind of see it unfolding, and you're like, oh no, 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 no. It's great. It's great. I'm on LSD. Lol, Parky is a hilarious name. I bet it is too. Like it is in general, but I bet on LSD it's really, really funny. Question is, why are you wasting an LSD trip watching Highdeology? Shouldn't you go outside and look at a tree or something? No Pepe. For something you really have, you ought to change your name to Call E. Karki. So I'd Keck, Parkenbaum, Parkybaum. Okay. Paul Porquet. I like that one. I like that. Paul question. I've been fucking pussy for 7 to 8 years. And I think the reason my parents think I'm gay for watching trap porn. Well, sorry, man. Can't help you with that. Good point. Maybe I'll go to a park. Thanks for the inspiration, my dude. Time to look at fractals. Yeah, for sure, dude. Not to chase somebody away from the show, but yeah, dude, this is not the best way to spend an acid trip. Just be safe. Change your name to like an old man name. What, like Rosenbaum? That sounds like an old dude to me. Rosenbaum. Mr. Rosenbaum is 108 years old, the former head of the Bull Moose Party. You know what I mean? Parky does kind of sound like an old name because Old Man Parky, yeah. You'd be like I'd probably will end up that. I'll be like the neighborhood old man that sits out on his porch all day smoking a joint and like yelling at kids to get off his lawn. Like, oh man, don't go near Old Man Parky's house. He stinks. He's all yelling at us to get off his lawn. Such an asshole. Oscar is the oldest name. Do you think so? What about Frederick? What about Frederick, dude? That's a pretty old name. Fred in general, yeah, is like you don't hear that name a whole lot. Frank is more common. William, nah, there's a lot of Williams, a lot of younger Williams. Herbert, there you go. Herbert, that's an old name. Wilhelm, I mean that's just a German name. Sylvester, yeah. Outside of Stallone, dude, and Stallone's an old man now too, so I guess that doesn't even count. Jovan, what? Wilbur, yeah, Wilbur, dude. Oh, that's got to be the one, right? Wilbur, Eugene, another good one. Another good one, yeah. Ethel. It's an old lady name. Mortimer. Yeah, dude, you guys are getting all the old man names now. Mortimer. Eugene Jenkins Parkey. I like it, dude. Yeah, I think we touched all the old man names. The real Blanche, dude. You got to put an E on the end of that. It's Blanche with an E. That's how you spell that, Blanche. Caesar, Florian. I don't know. Now we're getting into weird ones. You should legally put at the start of your name and at the end of my name, and then join a white nationalist group for the laughs. So I'd legally be triple brackets Paul Parkey, triple brackets. Charles Chancellor. All right, stop with the old man names. We get it. We get it. I think we got all we're gonna get out of that bit. Otis is not the ultimate old man name. It's a good one, but dude, fucking Mortimer, Eugene. I mean, come on. Why do I keep getting dragged back into old man names? I don't want to do this anymore. Get out of here. Shoo. Why do people hate Jews? I don't think most people do. I think you hear a lot of anti Semitic, quote unquote, joking and commenting and stuff because there is a level of hypersensitivity about anti Semitism. And whenever you find a group of people that is incredibly or like society at whole becomes incredibly hypersensitive about things, there's going to be a bunch of people joking about it. Because I think that at least some of humanity has an irreverent streak. And I don't think it comes from a place of actually hating Jews. I think it's more just, well, people are real sensitive about this, so I'm gonna talk about the Jews. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of the ultimate edgy thing to do, right? And people are constantly deriding Edge and other people, but then the entire fucking internet makes Jew jokes constantly. So it's like, you're a fan of the band Anti Flag? I wouldn't say I'm a fan. I don't hate, but wouldn't say I'm a fan. Jews are funny, and a lot of them are dude, like any other race of people. You know what I mean? They can be funny. A lot of them are talented. A lot of them are pieces of shit. I just fail to see the distinction. Jew jokes are classic, maybe even ancient. Yeah, I mean there is an established kind of ancient tradition of hating on the Jews. Maybe they've always been really sensitive about being hated on. And so a lot of that shit was just the medieval way of going, you're sensitive, so here's a poke. I think, they got it way better now. They just get to read autistic internet comments about Jews. I think South Park normalized the Jew stuff. Maybe. But, these like language barrier sacred cows. No, Pimp Monk, I don't want to kiss. And why is Pimp Monk giving Canadian dollars? I'm thinking this might be a fake Pimp Monk. It's not Pimp Monk. Trust me. Holy shit, dude. Fake Pimp Monk totally reset my whole fucking brain. What the fuck were we talking about? What was I talking about right before fake Pimp Monk came out? Like, holy shit, dude. Brain fart. Fucking fake monk. The Jews. We were talking about the Jews. That's right. Okay. We were talking about how you hate Jews. Wow. I just think that, like, oh yeah, I was saying, like, how, like, my mom's day, right? Saying fuck was the worst thing that you could do. When she was a kid, if you said fuck, she called it a black, what did she used to call it? She used to have a term for it when we were really little. It was like a black magic word or something like that. It was like one like the worst of bad words. And now fuck is pretty commonplace. So I just think that like language doesn't retain its meaning or depth as time goes on. Like as you get farther and farther away from the tradition that fuck is the worst word ever, people are, it just you're going to soften on it. It's like here cunt still kind of has that status, but it's being challenged a lot. So like right now, I'd say people are still pretty hypersensitive about cunt, especially women. Women used to be hypersensitive about bitch, and now bitch is just a commonplace term for a woman that's being an asshole. So it's like, You know what I mean? These words lose their power over time, probably just due to repeated challenging from people like you. Who are like, oh, I can't. You know, if society tells somebody like you people that you can't use the word cunt, you're gonna say nothing but cunt. You know, it's not even about being funny. It's about just you can't tell me what I can't talk about. I'm fine with it. Oh, Canadian pimp monk. Oh, Canadian pimp monk. What are your most anticipated 2018 films? Personally, I'm excited for Isle of Dogs. Annihilation, really? Annihilation looks like it's going to be doo doo. Incredibles 2, Deadpool 2, eh. Venom and Aquaman, eh, eh. The Predator, that's I'm interested to see what they do with it. The rest of the stuff on your list, Isle of Dogs looks pretty good, but I don't know, man. I've been thumbing through the 2018 trailers and shit, and I'm just not seeing a whole lot to be excited about. It's not that I don't care about The Incredibles. It's just that I don't like. I'm tired of watching DreamWorks, Disney, Pixar CGI shit. I'm just done with it. I'm done with it. I can't deal with it. There's so many little similarities between the movies. There's always like a cute kid, and they always look the same, and they're always a little quirky. And it's like the same movie with different. I don't know, dude. It just feels very generic to me these days. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of the genre. Like I feel like I've had enough of the way that they have characters look and the way that action unfolds and the little hero arcs that they do. It's like, okay, I get it. The little kid is gonna learn how to be a fucking hero from one of the other characters, and then there's gonna be a, blah blah blah. Just like every Pixar film, that's basically what goes on. Every Disney Pixar film, that's what's going on. Like there's always a little kid, usually of a varying race or skin color or hair color, who has to learn from one of the other older characters how to be a good person and how to stand up for themselves and blah blah blah. And then they learn at the end and with the help of the other person, and then they learn about what friendship is, and then the movie's over. And it's like, ugh. I will pay 5 grand if you shave. Serious offer. Okay. So if you're actually serious about that, then hit me up on Twitter because you're gonna have to put the money in escrow before I do it. I'm not gonna shave my face just to have you go lol. But if you're actually serious about that shit, then hit me up on Twitter because I'll probably shave for 5 grand. It's a beard. It's gonna grow back. How do you like Silent Hill? Uh, I like the first couple of games in the Silent Hill series. I mean, it's white guilt Paul for like what? Maximum 2 months before I have a full beard again. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's worth it for 5 grand. I'll pay 6 grand not to shave. Furthermore, to have your hair extensions in your beard. That's I don't know, man. Hair extensions that just ruins the beard. So that would be like having a fucking shave. Weave in a bunch of bullshit into the beard. Yo, Paul, DFF last night was good as fuck. Thanks, man. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was talking earlier about it. how to me the pacing felt right for the first time on the show. I mean, the other shows haven't been horribly paced, but there've been inconsistent pacing throughout the length of the show, and last night felt like it moved forward kind of relentlessly, and that's what I really liked about it. It was one of the longer shows that we've done, but it didn't feel long because the pacing was right to me. And we really want to encourage that kind of fan interaction. You know what I mean? The type of fan interaction where you just put the fans up and let them say whatever they want, this type of stuff is great for Highdeology. But for a podcast, it doesn't really work, right? But focusing the chat and having TJ curate it by just reading the on-topic stuff is really fun, and people seemed really into it. We had, tons of people live voting on the Twitter polls. I mean, people were engaged, and that's a lot of fun. It lets people that are, listening on mobile, out there, if they're out driving or whatever the fuck and they're listening live, they can, go to Twitter real quick and vote on a poll. When the Chris Benoit double murder-suicide happened, where were you when you heard the news, and what did you think? I don't remember where I was when I heard the news. It's not that hard-hitting of a story for me. What did I think? I didn't really think much because I didn't know much about Chris Benoit. I remembered him from back in the day in wrestling, but I don't know. Dude, I didn't have any really strong feelings about it. Do you feel like Black Panther is being hyped up as much as it is genuine? Black people get a solo superhero movie focused around them, but are we really going to pretend this would be a fresh new film? TJ and I rattled off a bunch of black superhero movies the other day. So this idea that the Black Panther is the first time a black superhero has gotten a feature film is totally fucking wrong. Totally insanely fucking wrong. There are a bunch of black superheroes that have their own films, not just in a film that there's a black dude. I mean, yeah, we talked about it. Blade, fucking Hancock, fucking... There was a bunch in the 90s. Meteor Man was one that we remembered. So, I mean, and the list went on, too. We were able to come up with a few more. Blank Man, yeah. Meteor Man was awful, so still a black superhero movie. I mean, there's a good chance that fucking Black Panther is going to be awful, too. Osmosis Jones, yeah, there you go. Steel, yeah. Spawn, there's another one. Another black superhero right there, Spawn. I mean, it just like... So all this like, yeah, us proud black people are finally getting a superhero movie for black people, about black people, with a black man in the fucking lead role. Hallelujah. And I'm just like, did you just wake up out of cryogenic sleep or some shit? Because there's been a bunch of black superhero movies, a lot of them really good, so... More about the culture being represented, I think. You're oversimplifying. The culture? What culture? Wakandan culture? Like, what culture? What culture is being represented? What real-world culture that that black people worldwide should be fired up about is being represented in the Black Panther? Because as long as... Oh, African culture is? Okay, African culture is being represented. So there's a hidden city in Africa that's more technologically advanced than anything that we can imagine, that's sending out us... So all the poverty and bullshit and warlords and constant civil war, all that's just a cover for Wakanda? There's no African culture in the Black Panther. Are you kidding me? It's a made-up African culture. Like African culture? Yeah, like what? There's a bunch of different countries in Africa, each with their own distinct traditions and culture, and not one of them has a secret, technologically advanced, alien-esque city in it that's being hidden by all the poverty surrounding it. So I mean, like, what makes this the standout film? Why can't Blade, like, isn't it better that a movie like Blade exists? Let's take Blade, black superhero, Blade. A ton of no fucking nothing was made about him being black. He just was. It just was. It's the way he was. Isn't that better than going, ha shaboombo, hey Wakanda, hombadaya, haingagore, hada Wakanda, hey, you know, like making a big fucking deal out of the blackness and Africanness of it? Like, isn't it better that fucking Blade was just Blade and the fact that he was black didn't matter? Like, isn't that equality? Whatever, dude. Just stupid. How come when you get close to the camera you look like a turnip? I look like a some kind of tuber all the time, don't I? Like a potato or something that came out of the ground. But Paul, if I'm not a lesbian, I'll have what? Shut up. I agree, Paul. People ignored the countless R-rated comic films, but acted like Deadpool was the first of its kind. I mean, I didn't really get that feeling about Deadpool. I didn't really. I mean, sure there were probably people that held that, but I didn't think there was this overarching kind of notion that Deadpool was that. I think people just enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Because it was funny and different. Many don't want equality because then people can't constantly virtue signal and make excuses. I mean, whatever. When I think of black people, I get a craving for chocolate. Uh-oh, dude. That's pretty racist. You should be ashamed of yourself, boy. You kidding me, boy? You can't be bringing that up in here. We need a completely crippled, paralyzed, brain-dead superhero. Yeah, dude. Where's that culture's representation, man? Where's vegetable representation in the superhero movies? Veggie Man. And now I will take over the world. Meanwhile, in the veggie cave. We need to recast Paul as a gay, black, transgendered, autistic cripple. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Why does Dave Rubin agree with his guests like a robot? Because Dave Rubin is an empty fucking headed piece of fucking shit media vampire scumbag fuck. Like, you want to see Dave Rubin at his finest? Look at that Blair White debate that he hosted, and just watch how he just begs them for respect and never gets it and doesn't do anything about it. Like, if I were him, I would have been like, both of you get the fuck up and get off my show. And they'd have been like, excuse me? And I'd have been like, shut up and get off my show. This show's going to be better with me just talking to the people than listening to the two of you bicker like a couple of high school sluts. Just shut up and get off my show. Because I've got a pair of fucking balls. Dave Rubin just sat there and he was like, oh, guys, really do me the respect. And he wouldn't even get the rest of the sentence out, and Blair would be like, "Excuse me, but look, I just have to finish this. Look, I tweeted at this person about this tweet, and you didn't even like it. And what, bitch? Fuck you. I don't have to." And he's just sitting there in the middle like a cuck, letting them wipe their ass all over his show because he doesn't know how to do anything else. Fucking Dave Rubin. Just tired of it. What are those panel decorations on the ceiling above you? That's sound foam. It's for dampening sound when you're recording. It's still a little echoey in here because ultimately it's a garage, so not very well insulated. But it helped a lot. This place was like hollow as fuck when we first started testing, but put this shit up and it works way better. At the new pad, there's going to be a new shooting area and studio, so. Would you suck Blair's she dick? No. I don't want to suck anybody's dick, she or otherwise. Dave Rubin is doing comedy shows now. Well, he needs the money. YouTube isn't cutting it. Yeah. Well, I mean, that show he did was awful. Awful, awful. It's the only one that I've tuned into for a while, and totally awful. Yeah. Dave Rubin was told he was a good boy too many times as a kid. Maybe. Got an idea for a superhero movie where it's an immortal guy who's gotten bored of fighting villains and is now traveling the world going through various vignettes. So like One Punch Man. Sounds a little like One Punch Man to me. Dave, I'm a gay classical liberal Rubin. An American superhero in London. How about a superhero that does heroin? Yeah, dude, where's the junkie superhero? Yeah, heroin. I like it. I like it. Part of me wants to go and play some like Subnautica. I'm feeling the pull of Subnautica this morning. Got to shoot this afternoon and evening, and all that is prepped and ready to go. So, I want to explore the fucking ocean floor, dude. I need to find out. Woke up this morning with Harry. Yeah, dude, I'm just wild about Harry, and he's just wild about me. The tender blisses of all his kisses fill me with ecstasy. We must go deep. I don't know that, dude. I don't know about that. I don't know about deeper. Maybe I'll do a little Subnautica stream. But thank you guys for chilling. I will talk to you all later.